Welcome to The Real. As you can see, our girl Jeannie is out today. Jeannie has been hospitalized after being diagnosed with a deep neck abscess requiring emergency airway surgery. This is very similar to epiglottitis, and because of the life-threatening nature of this, she had to unfortunately withdraw from Dancing with the Stars. Jeannie says she's heartbroken. Her Dancing with the Stars journey had to end here, but she's pushed herself to new limits mentally and physically, and is proud of how far she's come. And of course, we're all heartbroken too. Ladies, we were just surprised when we got the call about this, and
shocking.
Very surprised, very shocked.
Shocking.
Guys, I think we just were like, oh my God, what can we do? Obviously, keeping her in our prayers for a quick recovery. I'm honestly just so grateful that they were able to help her and make the emergency surgery happen, because this is something that can be fatal.
Yes, it can be.
Yeah, it can be fatal because
caught it in time.
Yeah, absolutely. We wish her well. And, you know, the fact that it can block the airways where you can't breathe had to have been really scary for her mom, for her man. I mean, we're just prayers that she recovers quickly and comes back to us.
Well, y'all know Jeannie is a fighter, so she's not gonna let this ain't gonna keep her down long. So we're gonna keep, we'll keep everybody abreast of what's going on, but thank you for your well wishes. And today, ladies, is election day. And we have a lot to discuss, Jesus. So let's get right into this girl chat, okay?
Well, guys, we're all going to be on eggshells waiting on the results of today's election. Nobody really knows what to expect. In fact, actually, TMZ is reporting that businesses, banks, and even some apartment complexes are boarding up due to possible election night unrest, people rioting. Police across the country are also bracing for potential protests and riots that could get out of hand. It's getting scary, you guys. You know, the Biden campaign had to actually cancel an event in Texas over the weekend after a caravan. Did you guys see the footage of this caravan that was almost completely turned over by Trump supporters because they were trying to run the car off the road? Obviously, this was a campaign bus on the interstate, and Trump is actually claiming that his supporters were just trying to protect the bus. However, obviously the FBI is now investigating the incident, and that is not how it looked from that footage that we just saw. So ladies, how do you think our country should deal with potential unrest tonight? Are you afraid? What are you doing to protect your families or to prepare for what may come of the decision?
I am very scared. I mean, I feel like I'm having anxiety, which is not something that I normally have. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm praying. I mean, I'm literally praying that the right person wins, which before I don't think we've ever really felt so desperate to want our country to be back.
Yeah. There is real desperation.
Like you said, people are boarding up. I mean, it's scary time. And watching that caravan, watching the Trump supporters sort of trying to run that bus off, and then Trump tweeting in all caps, "I love Texas," because it happened in Texas, to me just says where we are in this country and what needs to change. So I pray. One of the housewives actually is having an election night party, and I respectfully declined. I said, I do not want to be out of my house. I want to be with my kids at home, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be glued to the TV and praying like everybody else.
It's better to be prepared. You know, they're boarding up the shops on Rodeo Drive. There's even reports that the White House is putting up an unscalable fence, you know, just in case of protest. And, you know, never in my history of seeing elections have I seen something like this, where we're so upset about results of an election that we have to board up and that people are buying guns and things like that. I'm going to chill out at home. I've brought enough, you know, snacks and goodies and food to just lay low, because usually I would go to like my local bar, but because of COVID, we can't do that. So I'm just going to chill out at home and watch the results and analyze and just be aware. But I also want to remind the viewers that this is our country. This is democracy. And we have to remember that there are some countries where women can't vote, where people can't vote, where, you know, but we always respected the decision. When Trump, remember when Trump won in 2016? Hillary Clinton the next day, she came out in her little purple suit, her and Bill, they was looking like two singers, like, Peaches and Herb. And they made the announcement, and this is what we do. We're civilized. We don't sit here and become uncivilized because we lost.
Right.
Your team lost.
Right.
You just don't do that. And so, we as Americans, we have to work on whoever wins, that we have to work on uniting and becoming together and becoming the great democracy that we are. So, just chill out. I would say, even if you get upset and mad, chill out. Stay at home. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Yeah. I mean, I have PTSD from 2016.
Yeah. One fun fact, Lonnie, did you know that Peaches from Peaches and Herb was at my wedding?
What?
Peaches was there. So that's number one. Number two, you guys.
Of course.
What do you think about Trump saying that even if he loses, that he possibly may not leave? What are your thoughts on that? Because I've been hearing a lot of that, pretty much saying, like, even if he doesn't win, he's going to claim that it was a miscount, or that there was some, obviously, that they pulled a fast one on him. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, that just sounds insane to me. To me, that feels like we don't live in a democracy anymore. We now live in a dictatorship where this person is refusing to listen to the people. Our votes are our voice. So if he's saying that he doesn't care about what the outcome is.
So he can sit back all he wants and say what he's not going to do and all this other kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We've never been to this type of we've never been at this point in our democracy before. But
where a president says he's not going to leave.
Right. But there are ways to make you leave. There are.
There are ways to make you leave, and the fact that he's even
like
talking like that is crazy. It's crazy.
You know what, you guys? I think it's just talk. No, I think it's talk.
Do you?
I think it's just talk, and I think that someone will go and talk to him, and he will see what the American people want. We just have to wait. We have to wait tonight. We probably are not going to do anything for a couple of days.
That's the only way to be. But like Lonnie said, I wanted to share this. Because like Lonnie said, it is better to be safe than sorry. So I just have a few pointers that I think are super helpful. If you feel that you are in danger or you want to make sure that you're physically safe, pack a go bag, important documents and IDs. Make sure that you refill medications like that. These are listed here. Make sure that you have clothing, toiletries, and snacks. You also want to make sure that you prepare a place that you can go if you don't feel safe being at home. Especially, Lonnie, we always talk about our single girlfriends that are afraid and alone during this time. Make a plan to either be with other people that you're going to feel safe with, obviously be COVID safe as well, quarantine yourself with this other family, whatever is going to make you feel safe. And again, remember to have your documents. And they also said to, just in case, if you're like me and my whole family are just being super careful and aware, you need cash money. Remember that if God forbid, credit cards go offline, make sure that you have cash money, make sure that you have a passport if you need to leave the country, people. Passports, ID, cash money.
Where you going?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody accepting us.
I don't know. I was looking at property in Sweden.
No, but
they actually say that Sweden is one of the best places to raise a family. And I looked at property over there. They are great prices, and it looks like brand new modern IKEA homes. So I was into it. So that is a possibility. My only question is, I'm just trying to figure out what my Zoom signal is going to be like from Sweden. How are we gonna do this? But more importantly, you guys,
I'm going to the hood.
Also for your mental health.
I'm going to the hood with my friends. That's where I'm going, to the hood. Ain't nobody gonna mess with us in the hood. I tell you that much.
How many times
you sure hope not? I sure hope not. For your mental well-being, you guys, also just find things that bring you to peace. If watching the election and the numbers all day long is making you feel some type of way, maybe take a break from that. Watch something that makes you laugh. Watch us. We got a YouTube channel too, people.
And we just got a few more tips. If you're heading to the polls today, make sure to have a plan and please stay safe. Not only do you have potential voter suppression and intimidation to worry about, but COVID cases, the Rona is rising again in the country. So here's some tips to try and help make voting a little easier. Check to make sure you are registered to vote and that you know where to go. you can go to usa.gov/register-to-vote to check out your status. Now, if it turns out you aren't registered, there are some states which allow same-day registration. You can head to ballotpedia.org/same-day_voter_registration to check if your state applies. There's also a voter protection hotline. This is what you were talking about, Munchkin. You can call to report issues that you may run into at your polling place. That number is 1-833-336-8683. The CDC is also advising, like we said, to social distance. Wear a mask and bring your own supplies such as pens, water, hand sanitizers, and snacks. And believe it or not, it's illegal in at least 14 states to publish a selfie with your ballot. So just be mindful of that. You know, just wear that little sticker and wait till you outside and put the sticker on and you can take your selfie.
The sticker will do, and don't bring the kids. And don't bring the kids to the polls. At first, I thought we should do that, just let them see how you vote. But I think this is not the time with COVID, the long lines and all that. So keep the kids at home, have somebody watch them, and then do your thing.